Welcome to Local Point, your life, your stories, with your host, Chris Piner.
Welcome to Local Point. I'm your host, Chris Piner, and with me in the VTV6 studio is Amber Lee and Melissa Stevenson, here to talk about Forever Buddies and their upcoming bingo night.
Yes.
Well, I'm happy to have all of these friendly faces here today with us in the studio. Let's go ahead and get right to the rescue. Would you mind just giving us you've been on the show before, but it's been a little while.
It's been a while.
An overview of what the rescue is and where it is.
Well, I don't know. I guess it started about 7-8 years ago. Maybe even longer than that. It's been so long. Just working at the shelter for many years and trying to get everybody rescued out, and thought, you know what, I can start a rescue myself. And
right. The shelter where you were working was a non-rescue shelter.
Yeah. It was a kill shelter. We've got it now because of Forever Buddies to the point where it is. We actually got a 99% is what I was told by
life release rate. So
and that's to her credit, isn't it? We know this.
Oh, yes, totally.
We can say this. That is because of you. So that really is quite an achievement.
Oh, I got a good team.
You have a good team, too.
She does have a good team, but it's a lot of work for her.
So for those who don't understand that, a rescue is a place for adoption. Is that right? Mm-hmm. And these two here today?
Yes, this is Purdy, and her owners were moving and had to surrender her. They couldn't take her with, so she's about 8 months old, and she's fixed and vaccinated, microchipped. She's house trained. She likes kitty cats and other dogs, and she's ready for adoption at any time.
She is as beautiful as can be, and she's been
so
here so sweet. So sweet
and so gentle.
And tell us about this one.
This is Sasha, and she's about 10 weeks old. She was actually found in the middle of the road with her brother. Oh. And my husband, of all people, almost seen her as he was driving into town, and they were just bundled up in the middle of the road. So she's available for adoption too.
And she looks young.
Yes, she's still very puppy, but she's a really good puppy.
There's a great shot there. You can see how fluffy she is.
She's very fluffy.
She's so happy right there, comfortable.
And very mellow for a puppy. She's actually, most of our puppies are wild and crazy. Yeah, and she's just so mellow.
She's
really good.
Both of these two are just models. And if one of our viewers was watching and was interested in adopting one of these two or any of them that you have, how would they go about doing that?
They can go to foreverbuddiesrescue.com, or we also have our Facebook page, Forever Buddies Rescue, and Melissa has her cell phone on her 24/7. It's 733-0870. And we all are volunteers, so we do work other jobs. So a lot of times people have to leave a message and we call them back, but we will get back to them as quick as we can.
On your Facebook page, do you have photos of all of the
We do have
of the animals that
what
are
we
there?
try to keep up with the most is Pet Finder, because Pet Finder is so broad and it's not just fernal based, and so a lot of people see it, and so we usually try to keep the Pet Finder is our most updated animals.
All right. Now you may have said this in the beginning here. How many animals are currently at the rescue?
Ooh, how many would you say?
A lot right now.
We usually take in over 30 a month. So there's 30 plus animals coming in a month.
Is there a physical place, or are they kind of with all of you? Is that
a little bit of both?
Yeah. We have a rescue building, but it's very small. It only has about 10 kennels in it, maybe.
We can hold, depending on size, about 15 to 20.
And so we really depend on fosters to try to get them out. And also it helps them so they're not going stir crazy in the shelter, if they can be in a home with other animals and people, just to help keep them socialized so that when they go to adoption they feel comfortable.
Well, this brings up another good question. So our viewers may be interested in adopting, but they may be interested in fostering. Is that something they can do also?
Yes, and fostering is also a good way if you don't know which pet you want. Kind of start out fostering, and as you're going along, usually you'll find the right animal. And if the first one isn't right for you, then you get them adopted out, and then you take on another one, and usually you end up falling in love, though. It's very hard. Yes. You fall in love when you foster, but
You're happy that someone has adopted them, but it's hard to see them go because you become attached to them.
Yes.
Anyone who's a pet owner knows that.
Oh yeah, and if you let one go, then you can have another one. So helps another animal in need instead of just keeping them for yourself.
And that's really the bottom line, isn't it? It's helping these animals and saving them. But I think they know. I think rescue animals know they're being rescued. That's just my feeling. I want to talk a little bit more about an event that you have coming up. We'll just mention quickly the name of it.
For
I'll let you
everybody's,
go with the
for everybody's, it's called Bingo for Buddies.
Bingo for Buddies.
Yep.
Bingo for Buddies. It'll be on March 17th.
Yes.
And we'll talk about some more of the details in just a moment. Stay tuned. After these messages, we'll come back and talk a little more with these two and another guest.
Yes.
The Vernal Area Chamber wants to add your business in our network. Create change with various committees. Participate in community events and have a strong business resource behind your company's goals. Learn more at vernalchamber.org.
We are the people behind the connection. You may never see us, but you are always on our minds. Because you are the reason we do what we do. Improving the way you connect is the reason we are always working. Why we are always building. Why we are always striving to give you the best. We are the people behind the connection, working together to connect your life.
Welcome back to Local Point. Before the break, we were discussing Forever Buddies, and we also mentioned an upcoming bingo night. I do want to get to that, but before we do, we have two new guests here with us. Janet, would you introduce yourself and, and your friend?
I'm Janet Alberts, and this is Nikki, our shelter kitty. He represents everybody at the shelter.
Aww.
And he's got a little bit of deformities, but he's just as good as any other kitty.
Is Nikki purring? I think I can hear him purring.
Yeah, he's enjoying
clear
this.
over here.
He's getting attention.
Nikki
and loves it.
Nikki loves attention. Nikki's loving it. He loves to be petted and get attention.
Oh,
from
that
everyone.
face on that beautiful cat. I'm a cat man. I like all animals, but I've always been a cat owner. And that is just a face right there for the movies.
Yeah.
He's beautiful.
Look at
He
that.
is.
He thinks he could be a movie star.
Now
Maybe.
you said that that Nikki is like a mascot for the shelter.
Yeah.
Now, is Nikki available for adoption or no? Then
No, he's my boy right
you're keeping this
I
one.
couldn't hold.
Oh.
Yeah.
But there is something very special. You said that Nikki's different.
He is. He was born with his little legs like this, and we took him to the vet and thought maybe they could correct it, and they can't. It's just the way he's going to be, but he gets around.
He does just fine.
Just like any other
He's
cat.
learned to deal with him, and it's just made him a little more special.
Oh, he
Right?
is.
Unique.
He is.
And actually, at home, he thinks he's one of the dogs because
Yes,
she
he
has dogs,
does.
So he thinks he's a dog, not a
that's
cat
why,
anyway. So
That's why they
him
all
and
seem to
Purdy
get along so well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? You think of cats and dogs in a
and
different
Jerry
sense, but they've all sure been very, very lovable today.
Right.
they are.
Peaceful. Yes,
Yeah.
that's perfect for the camera.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to
He
talk
sees
about
things.
Bingo for Buddies.
Yes.
And we want to hit all the details of that. This is how some other people can be involved and have a good night out.
Yeah.
So what's going on?
So it's our second year of doing Bingo for Buddies, and it's going to be held at the Western Park on March 17th. It's $10 per ticket, and that gets you bingo cards for every game, and there will be extra cards available for purchase, and all of the proceeds that we make will go to help us do more rescue and be able to fix and spay and neuter and microchip and do all the things that we do
You
for these
mentioned
guys.
you do all of that microchipping.
Yes.
And everything that costs
so when you adopt
money.
them, that's all done. So you don't have to worry about going and paying those expenses. They're already paid in the adoption fees.
Is there a cost? I didn't even think of this. Is there another cost for someone who wants to adopt?
So generally the adoption fee puppies run around $150, and that pays for their spay and neuter and microchip vaccinations.
Helps pay
worming.
for all of that stuff.
And also, you know, if they've had to have any other medical stuff taken care of. And occasionally puppies or dogs that we've had to do additional things to, because puppies have to have 3 vaccinations, unlike the older dogs. So they're around $200 to $250.
I see. Well, that makes sense. It all does cost.
Yeah.
So it's a great event then. How was it last year? It must have been successful.
great.
Yes. Last year we raised a little over $3,000 last year.
What a big help.
Yeah. So this year we're hoping to raise even more than that. So we're
March
hoping to get the
17th,
word out.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
And what time will it begin?
Doors open at 5, and bingo's going to start at 6.
Do people just show up, or do they need to register in advance?
We do have advance tickets available at La Belle Boutique in Cal Ranch, and at the Roosevelt Animal Shelter, and also at Give a Dog a Choice here in Vernal.
Or just show up.
Or just show up.
Way.
Yeah, we have
If
tickets
you're
available
extra
that night.
prepared,
So.
you want to make sure you get in there.
Yeah.
And they said you can get extra cards.
Yes.
And that kind of thing. Are there prizes
Yes.
involved?
Yeah, we have
traditional bingo.
Seven Oaks Jewelers is donating some prizes, and we have some Mort's Car Wash gift cards, Wendy's gift cards. This town is so amazing for donating and helping with things, and everywhere you go, they're willing to donate something. Yeah, the basin is amazing.
Gives like nobody else.
Yeah, it's amazing. I was a little nervous last year going around for the first time trying to get charity stuff, but they were all so amazing. It makes being able to hold a fundraiser and stuff so much better and easier. When you have great prizes, you know, who doesn't want to come win a bingo prize? So.
Are there other sponsors that we want to mention? We should thank all of these good sponsors. Seven Oaks, you said.
Yeah,
Wendy's.
Seven Oaks and Mort's Car Wash, Wendy's. Usually Swain Brothers and Antica Forma donate gift cards. And Shamar Pets in Roosevelt.
Yeah.
And Coca-Cola. Last year, Coca-Cola donated all the pop and everything that we had there, and I think they're going to do it again this year. So.
Well, thank you all for being here, and our good friends here, right? And I hope that that you find many more homes for these other wonderful animals that you're helping to rescue. Thanks to the whole team and the board of directors you sit on. And don't forget Bingo for Buddies on March 17th at 5 o'clock, beginning at 5 o'clock at the Western Park. Come down, have a good time, win some prizes, raise money for a good cause. And we appreciate all of you coming.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Much.
And we thank you for watching Local Point. Stay tuned for this week's community calendar.
We are the people behind the connection. You may never see us, but you are always on our minds. Because you are the reason we do what we do. Improving the way you connect is the reason we are always working. Why we are always building. Why we are always striving to give you the best. We are the people behind the connection, working together to connect your life.
The Vernal Area Chamber wants to add your business in our network. Create change with various committees. Participate in community events and have a strong business resource behind your company's goals. Learn more at vernalchamber.org.
Well, hello. Fancy seeing you here. Welcome to this week's Community Calendar, presented by the Vernal Area Chamber of Commerce. They're building commerce one member at a time. Let's take a look at this weekend's schedule, shall we? Friday, February 16th, we got high school basketball, American International at UNO River. The girls' game starts at 3 o'clock and the boys' game at 4:30. You can watch it live on VTVChannel6.com or your Roku channel or on Facebook. Also on Friday, there is a father-daughter sweetheart dance at the UNO Recreation Center. So much fun. You got to bring your princess for an evening of dancing and refreshments. They put balloons out and streamers and stuff. You see a bunch of little girls with their tiaras and their cute little dresses. I take my girls there every year and they just love it. It's such a blast. Treat them well. And then lastly on Friday, if you're not going to take your daughter to the father-daughter dance, please, you've got to come see Vernal Theater Live presenting opening night Forever Plaid. Okay, so I've got a little skin in this game because I'm directing this show. And we had, last night was our last dress rehearsal. And I got to tell you, Please don't miss this show. I'm not just saying this. It is so funny. You will leave laughing and singing, and the guys have put in months of work, and there's some really cool effects that are going on, and it's just everybody on that stage is phenomenal. There's some fire breathing that happens. Fire not breathing, fire eating. They don't breathe fire, but they eat fire. Anyway, it's a fabulous show, so don't miss it. On to Saturday, February 17th. Holistic Living Expo happening at the Grace Event Center in Roosevelt. That's happening from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And of course, Forever Plaid will also be on February 17th. 16th and 17th, Forever Plaid. That's at 7 o'clock. Go to vernaltheater.com, theater with a R-E, to get that. Or is it Vernal Theater Live? Rats, I never remember. Anyway, Sunday, February 18th, though, we've got the St. James Spaghetti Dinner. This is fun. We've never talked about this before. I don't know if they've done it ever before, but from 11:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., basically all day from lunch on until 6 o'clock at night at the St. James Catholic Church, you can come enjoy dinner. They're going to be serving the whole time, and music. Meet some of your neighbors. Get yourself, cultured. All right. Let's move on to next week, February 19th through the 24th. Starting on Tuesday, February 20th, got some high school basketball there. High schools are Salem Hills at Uinta. Go out and support them, of course, but you can't. You can watch the girls play at 5:15, the boys at 7 p.m. Watch it on VTV or Roku or VTV Channel 6 or on Facebook. Of course, VTV always providing live coverage for all these games. Also, it's not here, but Forever Plaid. If you missed it the week before, here are your chances to see Forever Plaid. Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's it. It's done. Forever Plaid is gone. All of that work and all of that hilarity and all of that awesome music, never to be seen again, at least by this cast. So come see Forever Plaid. It's so good. Okay, where are we going? We're skipping. This is Saturday, February 24th. The Ouray, or is it Ouray? I never know how to say it. Is it Ouray or Ouray? Ouray. Man, I should know that. I'm from here. I should know that. Ouray National Wildlife Refuge, bald eagle viewing. You can go out from 8 a.m. to noon and go view bald eagles. Bring out your binoculars. I think they're going to have some there. But that whole refuge area, bald eagles come in and out of there, and they're going to be giving away free bald eagle pins. If you're a collector, if you have like a sash or a thing that you put them on, get your bald eagle pin and put it on there. Okay, let's move on to this. Wait, don't forget, Forever Plaid, Forever Plaid. Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's going to be good. Weather. We got some weird stuff happening. Okay, check this out. So you start off, you may have noticed that it's been just a little chillier than it had been a couple weeks before. We got up into the high 50s, and we're like, hey, it's summertime already. Well, we're going to warm up a little bit through Sunday. Then on Sunday, nice 53 degrees, but guess what? That's wind. That's like a lot of wind. You're getting like 22 miles per hour here. In fact, the wind starts on Friday and just increases all through Sunday. What usually happens is when we have a low front move in, that comes with a lot of wind. So as you see, we jump over to Monday. We are at 53 degrees. Boom, 30 degrees. The very next day, snow is falling, which is nice. We need it for our area. But you got about a 40% chance of precipitation happening on this day. Wind kind of goes away a little bit. You still have a little bit of wind through here, but not that 22 miles per hour stuff. And then the temperatures start increasing again as you go through the week. Our lows are going to get, they're going to be in the teens, but they're going to get back up about to the mid-20s, and our highs are going to get back up by the end of that next week into the mid-40s. Really, our main possibility for precipitation, again, is about 40% here on Monday. You can pretty much be guaranteed you're going to see snow somewhere in the basin, at least up in the mountains, but probably down in the valley as well on Monday, and maybe even the Sunday before, that day where all the wind was coming in. You could see some precipitation in there, about 20%. All right, let's look at some of the events you can get your family out to in the coming week. Starting February 27th, we've got a 5-week course called Fathering with Love and Logic. I could use that. I could use a little more love and a little more logic. We all could, right? And then Uinta High Theater is going to be performing The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Don't miss this show, March 2nd through the 10th. Get a hold of a student from Uinta High, because then when you buy a ticket, put their name in, they get like some sort of credit for it, like a pat on the back or something. I don't know what they get, but help the kids out. Then the 5 Disciplines of Marketing. It's a seminar happening on March 22nd. Then on the 25th, not the 25th, the 24th and the 25th of March is the 25th Annual Home and Garden Show. I didn't even know that it was going on for so long. 25 years. Good job. Quarter of a century. That's going to take place at Western Park. And those are the events that we have for this week's show. If you've got an event coming up, let us know. Leave a comment or give us a call, 435-781-1902. Thank you very much. We're going to see you here next week. Everybody have a fantastic weekend. Go see Forever Plaid. 3 coins in the fountain. You're going to see that happening. Oh, yeah. Take it easy.